Hi guys, it's me Sadie, coming to you from my favorite place on the planet, well, one of them at least, the Starbucks parking lot. I had shot this week 12 video previously, and when I started editing it, I decided that I really didn't like it. I thought it was too long and rambly, so I'm going to kind of reshoot it in a more condensed fashion here. So this is my week 12 update, and we're going to be just quick and dirty with this one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, like I talked about during week 11, I've hit a plateau. I'm heading into the second week of the plateau. This is normal for me when I plateau with weight loss. I expect the plateau to stick around for about 2 weeks. I did all of the things that I talked about in last week's video, as far as I have tightened up my journaling, making sure I'm writing every single thing down. You know, when you journal food, you do tend to get lackadaisical eventually. I know I always do, where you're not writing down as, aggressively as you did in the beginning and those kind of things. So I'm kind of making sure that I do that now the way I'm supposed to. I've also changed my workout routine. I have added some heavy weight training into the routine. I'm now weight training 5 days a week. I'm doing heavy weights, low reps for the first month, and then I'll switch that up and lower the weights and increase the number of reps for the second month, just to kind of keep my body guessing as to what's going on. The worst thing that you can do is allow your body to get used to a routine. That's how you get into plateaus and such and stop making gains with your fitness in general, is that your body gets used to the routine and kind of expects it. So I'm doing that, and I guess that's about that. I mean, I'm still stuck at that just under 30 pound mark. It's just hanging out at that just under 30 pound mark. And that's one of the things I actually want to mention quickly in this video today. If you have the balloon, if you're getting the balloon, if you're considering the balloon, you need to be realistic. That it's not unusual in the first month to lose anywhere from 15 to 20, 25 pounds in that first month, depending on how much you have to lose and how sick you are in the first week and all of those things. You tend to lose very quickly in the first month to 6 weeks. It's a big shock to your system. You've really just decreased the amount of food you're putting in. You're going to lose very quickly in the beginning. But things level out, and you're going to slow down to probably after the end of the 6 months, you should figure that you have averaged out to about 1.5 to 2 pounds a week at the absolute most. Even that's really a lot. They tell you to expect about 50 pounds, again, depending on your starting weight. So you figure that, at 26 weeks, which is 6 months, if you lose, 45 to 50 pounds, that's 1.5 to 2 pounds a week on average. So don't be surprised when things start to slow down. Don't panic. Don't suddenly decide it stopped working. That's just, if you want to have a healthy weight loss, you cannot lose 25 pounds a month for 6 months. You will waste away to nothing. But, okay, the other thing I wanted to address, the main reason I made this video today. There's a man with a man bun over there. Okay, whatever. I'm letting the people walk by. Oh, look at this hair today. This frizzy, curly mess is brought to you by I didn't have time to blow dry. Ooh, try I didn't have time to blow dry. And you can have frizzy, funky, curly hair too. All right, anyway. So, the other thing I wanted to address is that you guys leave me comments all the time, which I love and appreciate. You DM me on Twitter, which I love. You guys hit me up on different social media and all that kind of stuff, with your questions and all of those things. And I really appreciate that. And I like hearing from you. I hear from people who are in all different stages and all different thought processes, whether they're getting the balloon, have the balloon, or thinking about the balloon, are doing some other sort of weight loss program, all kinds of things. And, for a variety of reasons. Some people just want to exchange ideas. Some people want to share their experience with me. Some people have questions, and I'm always happy to try to answer them and to communicate with anyone who wants to communicate with me. I'm very open. One of the things I do want to address, I want to start off by saying I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not any sort of human, medical, and or mental health professional. I'm just a person talking about her own personal experiences with this procedure. But one of the things I hear a lot, the people I get a lot of hits and contact from people who have the balloon and have decided this procedure is not working for them. They're still overeating, they're still potentially binging and gorging, they're still eating really unhealthy foods, they're doing all of these behaviors that they did before the balloon, and they're finding that they're not making any gains and that they're not having any lifestyle changes. One of the things I want to say about that is, first off, this balloon, just like any other weight loss device or procedure or diet you may go on or pill you may take or any of those things, is simply a tool. It's not a magic bullet. And I say that with peace and love. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad or tell anybody they're not doing it right or any of those things, but it's really just a tool. And my doctor was very honest with me in the beginning, and he told me straight up, what you get out of this procedure is what you put into it. So, I mean, it's really about commitment. The fact is that I may not be able to fit in a ton of food without feeling some discomfort, but I could very easily make that ton of food chocolate cake and ice cream as opposed to salads. You know, I could make poor choices. One of the other things I want to address is that I get a lot of people who tell me that they're still not able to control their eating. Even if they are feeling discomfort, even if they're still overeating and not controlling their eating. And one of the things I want to say about that is that if you feel that you eat compulsively, if you're eating when you're not hungry, if for all of these kind of things, talk to your doctor, talk to your nutritionist, and consider seeing a therapist. I know I said it in the very first video, I am seeing a therapist to deal with compulsive overeating. If you don't address those issues, the emotional issues, the mental health issues, the things that are associated with your overeating, and they're different for everybody. I'm not saying your issues are my issues or my issues are your issues. But if you don't address those underlying reasons that you overeat, you're not going to get permanent weight loss. You're just not going to achieve it. You may lose weight with the balloon. You may be sick and painful and you lose weight with the balloon and you lose 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds in 6 months. And then once that balloon comes out, the weight's going to come back on if you haven't made the changes necessary to maintain it. You know, the truth is we didn't all become overweight and obese and everything else because we live healthy lifestyles and feel good about ourselves and have a healthy relationship with food. You know, we got here because of, you know, having poor relationships with food, having body issues, having, you know, all kinds of emotional eating. That's how we got here. And if we don't address those underlying causes, we're not going to get better. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. And again, I say that with peace and love. I'm not telling anyone that they're wrong or they're not doing things correctly. But, you know, the truth is that you need to, if you're embracing a program, you need to be prepared to embrace all of the parts of that program, everything that you need to do to heal and get healthy. And it's hard, I think, a lot of times for people, especially people who are overweight and who are dieting and who have been told that their problem is willpower. Trust me, if losing weight and maintaining a healthy weight and being fit was all about willpower, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. But it's not. And, you know, if you find that this program isn't working for you, if you find that you're still repeating destructive behaviors, because these are destructive behaviors, then it may be time to seek out the help of a mental health professional. You know, someone you can potentially talk to your doctor or to your nutritionist or whoever and see if they have someone they recommend. I know people say they can't afford mental health care, and that's true, and that's a horrible thing in this country, and that's a rant for a different video. But if that's the case, potentially seeking out a group like Overeaters Anonymous, which is free, at least, you know, you can go and sit with people and discuss strategies and stuff in a group setting. That may be helpful. You know, just some kind of help out there for you. So, but that's the long and short of this video. There's a woman screaming in the drive-thru, like not in a car, like walking around screaming. Anyway, that's it for this video today. There's not much else to report on my front. Like I said, things have been going well. I'll update you next week about how things are going with this whole plateau busting. And I guess that's about that. Oh, the other thing I want to tell you guys is I'm really seriously thinking about doing a favorite things kind of video that, you know, with things that I've decided that I like, you know, protein powders, snacks, you know, those kind of things that I found that I like with the ReShape, you know, even workout routines and those kind of things. If you want to see that video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and let me know that you would like to see it. You know, if you anything else you want to see me talk about, you want to see, you know, I could, you know, if you want to see me film a workout, if you want to see anything like that, just leave it in the comments below. I'll be happy to try to incorporate any ideas that you have for these videos. I mean, I do have to make 52 of them. I very well may run out of ideas before we get too far along here. And as always, if you're new to my channel and you'd like to keep up with me, go ahead and subscribe. I know that if you're... I'm getting texts. I'm so sorry. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm sure if you watch anybody on YouTube, you know that YouTube has started doing something weird with the subscriptions where they aren't necessarily notifying everybody when channels are subscribed to posts new videos. If you don't have the notification bell clicked, so go ahead and click that notification bell and you'll be able to keep up when I post new videos. And as always, you can always follow me or contact me on any of my social media channels. I am on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, all Sadie Mayhem, the same way I have it spelled here on this channel. I also have a Facebook page that is primarily a performer page for my burlesque persona. That's Sadie Mayhem. Also, if you want to follow, you know, my burlesque stuff, if you're in the North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina area, that's where you're going to find dates if you ever want to come see me perform, which I'd be happy to have you guys out to a show. And if you come out to a show, say hello. Tell me that you watch these videos. That would be so fun. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you have a great week and I will see you again soon. Bye.